Life DiBiase.
All right, y'all. Today, we will be reacting to what is supposed to be an insane full plot leak of Avengers Doomsday coming out next year, December, starring Robert Downey Jr. as none other than the titular Dr. Doom. We got an insane plot leak from another content creator by the name of War Stew G. Y'all make sure y'all go over there, like, comment, and subscribe, and give that brother a look-see. You understand me? He makes great content. If you're one of those people that's trying to be on the up and up about all things Marvel, DC, Monsterverse, and Kaiju. Without further ado, observe.
The War for New York. In Avengers Doomsday, two final battles unfold. The first takes place in New York City, where all the heroes of Earth 616 face off against those of Earth 838. That is the Multiverse of Madness universe, which is pretty much being destroyed. There was the missing chair there that was rumoredly supposed to be Spirit.
I am so glad if this plot leak has any sort of true. I'm glad that we are revisiting the 838 universe, because I was just for sure that Wanda went over there, fucked shit up, and kept it moving. But I see we're gonna have a wrap up with that too. Good looking, Marvel.
Hey man, Tom Cruise. Why would they battle against a universe that's basically already destroyed? Amongst the heroes of Earth 616 are the Avengers, Spider-Man, the Young Avengers, the Wakandians, and the Guardians of the Galaxy, and the mutants. I assume that could potentially mean the mutants from the X-Men universe. Also worth saying, we don't really get it.
Yes, it would be the mutants from the X-Men universe, because if we've been waiting all this time for y'all to bring those trash ass new mutants up, well, I tell you, trash.
Information about the fight that the Avengers have with the X-Men in this plot leak doesn't say anything about that at all. So we're saying doesn't say which Spider-Man it is. It's a full-scale Endgame-level fight with all the teams returning for the final time. On the enemy side are the heroes and villains of 838, led by Dr. Doom team known as Cabal. Well, in the comics, Dr. Doom did not lead the Cabal, so that's already wrong. Commanded by...
That's actually a fire way to make that come together. Dr. Doom went over to the 838 universe, made a new Illuminati, but instead called it the Cabal, and it's full of all the disgruntled people that are left over there from what Wanda did from 616 when she went over to the 838 universe, fucked shit up. They're pissed about it. They're gonna side with Dr. Doom and be against everything that the 616 universe stands for. Makes sense. All right, I'll bite.
King Thanos, the Maestro, and other powerful members. Yes, they do have the King Thanos ride at Disneyland in America. Sure, Josh Brolin recently met up with the Russo brothers. King Thanos coming back would be cool. So what we're going to do is, when we cover plot leaks now, I'm going to tell you how real I think it is and if it makes sense with what we already know about said universe. So, part 2. Century Madness, Charles X Sacrifice. During the battle, several high-profile deaths occur. Now, it is worth saying, every other plot leak we've gone over suggests that not many of the original X-Men will survive.
Speaking of deaths, you know, just to put some on your brain, what if you saw Tom Holland's Spider-Man die, which is how they make way for an Earth 616 Miles Morales to exist? And he goes forward live action, and he's just Spider-Man by himself. Would y'all like that, or y'all feel like Tom Holland still got some stories that need to be told? Y'all let me know.
Going in to Avengers Secret Wars, Jean Grey faces against Wanda Maximoff, who is being manipulated by Dr. Doom, just like Sentry.
Okay. Jean Grey fights Wanda Maximoff. Okay, this was rumored to have supposed to went down in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. It did not go down. If they were saving it for Doomsday, that would be kind of fire. I hope maybe we actually do get to see this. But only if it's Famke Jensen versus Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch and the Jean Grey that we know. Don't recast. I don't care nothing about the New Mutants. I don't care nothing about that First Class. Give me old school Jean Grey versus our Scarlet Witch. That's what I want to see.
In the tense sequence, the Sentry goes berserk and begins killing people on Earth 838 and lashes chaos. Charles X decides to sacrifice himself and manages to save Bob from the void, freeing him from Doom's control. Meanwhile, Wanda, still under Doom's manipulation, kills Jean Grey. Before dying, Jean, with her last breath, transfers the Phoenix Force to Cyclops. Yeah, that's pretty much. I don't believe that, lads. That's made up. What?
That shit is for show, Cap. So we gonna have a Phoenix Force induced Cyclops. They gonna bring James Marsden back with that much glory? I think the fuck not. I think the fuck not. The only glory he gonna have looking forward to is Sonic the Hedgehog Part 4, nigga. That's about it. They are not gonna make him the Phoenix Force. Stop telling us stuff that don't exist that you want to see happen. If we're gonna have these theories, man, keep it close to something that we could see happening. And again, I don't know if anybody said it, probably not, because I'm a little high. This is coming by way of 4chan. He's reading this by way of 4chan, so take all this with a grain of salt, of course.
Would Cyclops get the Phoenix Force? It's got to make sense. I also don't believe Wanda's going to fight Jean. Hopefully that happens at some point. Part 3, The Retreat, and the survivors back. Doctor Strange, Clea managed to save Wanda, and together they magically take the Sentry to Doctor Doom. The collision of the universe is imminent. The surviving heroes travel by ships to the Raft, a structure built with the combined technology of Reed and Henry Pym. I thought it was Hank Pym. So the Raft.
His name is Henry. Hank's for short. We know that.
Mortar is now used as a structure for surviving heroes. Reed Richards, Shuri, Star-Lord, Iron Man, Vision, One. It says Drew, so that's clearly a typo. The wrong Avengers, meaning the young Avengers, because they don't really exist. Cyclops, Storm, Iceman, Sam Wilson, Beast.
Hold on, he said Iron Man. Run that back. Did he say Iron Man as well?
No, Vision, One. It says Drew, so that's clearly a typo. The Raw, Reed Richards, Shuri, Star-Lord, Iron Man, Vision, One. It says Drew, so that's clearly a typo. The wrong Avengers, meaning the young Avengers, because they don't really exist. Cyclops, Storm, Iceman, Sam Wilson, Beast, Spider-Man Tom Holland, who was allegedly not in this movie, but I don't believe that information. Yelena, Bucky, Ghost, and US Agent.
Y'all believe that bullshit if y'all want to. Spider-Man's definitely in this movie. Stop playing.
There are also other individuals inside the raft, including villains, who managed to infiltrate thanks to Namor, the cabal formed by King Thanos, the leader. Okay. The leader was Doctor Doom in the first part, and now the leader's King Thanos. The Maestro, the Maker, Black Swan. I thought Black Swan was an organization of a bunch of Black Swans, not just.
Okay, so it could be a typo, but then again, maybe we have a situation where the cabal turns against Doctor Doom. He kills one of the people on his council and the whole team turns against him. We don't know. So don't count it out.
Person, Namor, Corvus Glaive, and Proxima Midnight, I'm pretty sure they're dead from Endgame. Take refuge there. The collision is imminent. The remaining heroes and villains, badly injured, do not survive the impact. Worlds collide violently. The raft sinks into the depths of the ocean and eventually enters the quantum realm. Inside, everyone faints in the dark. What the frickin' hell is this? Let me get it straight. The raft now can go underwater, and it's now magically appeared into the darkness of the quantum realm. Part 4.
So you're telling me this entire time there is a doorway into the quantum realm deep within the ocean's depths that Tony Stark just found out about? Hank Pym just found out about? I think the fuck not.
Battle of the Void TVA. Meanwhile, at another point in time and space, another fight erupts at the TVA. Here, Doctor Doom faces the multiversal Avengers assembled by Loki. It's also worth saying this does not mention any scene of Peggy Carter, Steve Rogers, Doom, Loki all go into their house. Make of it what you want, lads. Captain America, Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Tom Work. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tobey's Spider-Man are in this movie. I mean, that would be pretty cool. Elektra, Gambit, Wolverine.
If they didn't bring back the 2 Spider-Mans, that would have been a failed opportunity for all. There's no way that you had that much success that you had on No Way Home, and then you don't bring the 2 OG Spider-Man back. Come on, man. Y'all use y'all brain now.
You know, Deadpool, X-23, Captain Carter, Thor, as well as variants of Captain America, Thor, Superior Iron Man with the Infinity Stone. It's also worth saying we know Shang-Chi's in this movie, doesn't mention it. It's also worth saying the Infinity Stones don't work at the TVA because it's out of space-time continuum.
True.
But the stones would work in the Void, according to Google. The battle takes place in the Void against an army of Doom bots and Doctor Doom himself. It's an epic, devastating fight. Doom defeats all the multiversal heroes. Only Thor, Loki, and Captain America, Steve Rogers remain standing. So it's almost like in the Infinity Saga where we had the OG Avengers standing. Except for this.
Cap. Ain't no motherfucking way. You telling me, and this is purely in this universe, Dr. Doom has smoke for Shang-Chi with the 10 rings? I don't know. Y'all gonna have to show me that one.
Fine, it is the OG Avengers standing. And yes, it says Captain America. Steve Rogers is there, but we don't get any context where he comes from. Doom manages to seize Loki powers, as well as Wanda and Sentry. To do what Doom needs to do, he doesn't need Sentry's powers, he doesn't need Wanda's powers, although she's never been confirmed to be an XP, and he really needs Loki's powers and Franklin Richards' powers, I guess. But this doesn't mention anything about Franklin Richards until we get right at the end. So like I say, this is probably the best plot lead we've had so far, although I don't know where it came from. It came from 4chan, reposted by Majestic, who
Again, take it with a grain of salt, y'all.
He is incredible according to other people online, but who knows? I try not to get involved with how reliable people are now in terms of scoop. Part 5, The New God. After absorbing their powers, Doctor Doom sits on the throne. Beside him is Doctor Strange, who has become his right man or sheriff. To his left is Sentry. To his right is the Scarlet Witch. The world's finest collide. The universes are destroyed. Nothing remains. Only Doom. This would have been written so much better if it said God Emperor Doom. Scarlet Witch has got a pretty big role in this movie, seeing as she's not supposed to be in it. First post-credit scene.
Okay, post-credit scenes. Hopefully this is going to bring Marvel back to all their glory, because their post-credit scenes for the past, I don't know how many years, have not been connecting to shit. So hopefully this is about to bring everything back. Let's listen.
The world is shown set in the year 1600 or 1600 as y'all Americans would say. People and children walk, talk in a peaceful environment. In the background, a green cloaked figure stands out against the horizon. Doctor Doom. The new shot suggests he created a new world. Also features Franklin Richards, Sue Storm, and a small blonde girl. Potentially that is Valeria Richards, potentially. I mean, there's parts of this that are very good, but the fact it didn't say how Steve Rogers got into the equation, the fact it didn't say anything about Franklin, that Doom scene we got at the end of the Fantastic Four movie. Second post-credit scene, it's worth saying, according to the scoopers, Post-credit scene's not even been filmed yet, so this doesn't disprove it's fake, but take it with a pinch of salt. 8 years after the events of Avengers Doomsday, a group of explorers finds the raft lost in the depths of the ocean. Hang on a minute, I thought it was in the quantum realm. It is intact, covered by the passage of time, and its systems slowly begin to reactivate, suggesting that the survivors are still inside. Obviously, this part here has got to be true, because whatever happens at the end of Doomsday, it's got to set up Secret Wars, it's got to set up all the worlds.
Okay, I was just one. That's the reason why I was making the which way did he go George face, because I was on some, well, what you mean the passengers are still in there? They went into the quantum realm, got sucked into a time vortex, then got spit back out on the other side, however many years after Doom creates Battle World because he beat the shit out of the Avengers, the various mutants, the Fantastic Four, and whoever else shows up to this fight. Okay, makes sense. I don't know, I'd like to see this. I want to see who dies.
Destroyed. It's got to set up Doctor Doom actually getting his own way and becoming God Emperor or God Emperor Doom. So that's got to be true. And there's got to be some surviving Avengers. There's got to be a real threat in this movie. It's got to be real deaths. Because the snaps, although when Thanos snapped everyone away, they were technically non-existent at that time, but they came back with memories. So this sounds pretty good. I can't verify where it came from. As we know, we're basically over a year. It comes out next Christmas. We're only in October. A lot could change, but this sounds pretty darn right. But I really hope there is an Iron Man Doctor Doom scene where they're looking at each other, and I hope that is real. But based on what everyone is saying online, the only reason he looks like Tony Stark is to manipulate everyone, and there's literally no backstory except for the fact that it turns out that Tony Stark was the variant of Victor Von Doom. And
man, that is going to be the laziest motherfucking writing ever if they drop it like that. There's no reason why he looks like Tony Stark other than to manipulate the 616 heroes. Bullshit. Yo, y'all better put y'all motherfucking minds together and give us something worthwhile for bringing back RDJ besides this shit looking like a money grab.
The other way around. So like always, lads, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, check us out on all the platforms. It really would help me grow. I'd appreciate it.
Y'all follow Mr. Warstu everywhere where he's located out on all platforms. Give him a like, comment, and subscribe, of course. And like I said, man, what y'all think about this plot leak? Are we still enthusiastic about what may come with Avengers 5 Doomsday with Dr. Doom being played by Robert Downey Jr.? Are we still on for that? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. As always, stay smoking. We out.